Pydantic AI's lifecycle hook mechanism, anchored in the hooks capability, provides a decorator-based entry point for intercepting model requests before they reach the LLM, enabling logging, metrics, or request inspection without subclassing the agent. The before model request hook receives both run context and model request context, giving the handler access to the agent's identity and the pending message payload. A preview. From Pydantic AI import agent, model request context, run context. From Pydantic AI, capabilities import hooks. Hooks equals hooks. Hooks on before model request. Async def log request dex. Run context none, request context. Model request context, model request context. Agent name equals CTX. Agent, name of CTX. Agent else unknown. Print agent name, sending len request context. Messages. Return request context. Agent equals agent openI. GPT-5. 2, name equals my agent. Capabilities equals hooks. This registers a before model request hook via the built-in hooks capability, which fires before each LLM request. The hook grabs the agent name from CTX, agent, and logs how many messages are about to be sent, then returns the unchanged request context. It's a minimal observability pattern. You intercept the lifecycle without modifying the request or subclassing anything. The trade-off is simplicity over power. You can only observe or modify here. Deeper control, like bypassing the model call entirely, would require raising skip model request or using wrap model request. For logging, metrics, or request auditing, this is the right abstraction. It composes cleanly with other capabilities and doesn't clutter the agent definition. Let's break it down line by line. From Pydantic AI import agent, model request context, run context. Imports agent, model request context, and run context from Pydantic AI for use in agent construction and lifecycle hook contexts. From Pydantic AI, capabilities import hooks. Imports the hooks class from Pydantic AI, capabilities, which provides lifecycle hook registration for agent runs. Hooks equals hooks. Instantiates a hooks instance and binds it to the variable hooks. Hooks on before model request. Async def log request dex. Run context none, request context. Model request context, model request context. Registers an async hook function that fires before each model request, accepting run context and model request context as parameters and returning the modified request context. Agent name equals CTX. Agent, name of CTX. Agent else unknown. Assigns agent name the value of CTX. Agent, name when CTX. Agent is truthy, otherwise falls back to unknown. Print agent name, sending len request context. Messages. Logs the agent name and count of messages being sent, using an f-string to interpolate both values. Return request context. Returns the request context object from the current function. Agent equals agent openI. GPT-5. 2, name equals my agent. Capabilities equals hooks. Instantiates an agent configured to use the OpenAI GPT-5. 2 model, named my agent, with the hooks capability attached. The whole thing is a single lifecycle hook pattern. You instantiate hooks, register a before model request handler via hooks on before model request, and that handler gets run context and model request context, so it can observe the agent identity and message payload before the LLM call fires. The CTX, agent, name lookup with a fallback to unknown feeds into a print that logs how many messages are being sent, then the unchanged request context gets returned. That request context return is the key connective point. It's what ties the hook back into the agent's flow, letting the hook compose cleanly without subclassing. The trade-off is clear. This hook is for observability, not for bypassing the model. If you need deeper control, you'd reach for skip model request or wrap model request instead. But for logging, metrics, or auditing, this is the right abstraction. The agent constructor then ties it all together by attaching the hook's capability, and the entire pattern lives outside the agent definition entirely.
The before model request hook tallies messages the agent sends to a model that receives only the